Good morning. I guess it's still morning. It is very much morning, but this is a message that I have for all those transactional people out there that are literally sucking the energy out of good people. Listen, you don't want to do that because when you get older, you're going to realize that you've burned some bridges and you've used people that really didn't deserve that. And those people that you were looking for validation from, that you were chasing, that you thought were the prize because you had to earn their attention and everything, well, they may end up in a similar fate as you, or maybe worse, or maybe they might get it together and they'll realize when they genuinely have good people in their lives. I know that it's been brought to a lot of our attention as we've been able to exchange notes because we have this wonderful internet that those transactional friends that only see friendship as valid is when they're using you as a placeholder. And that is those friends that only call you, message you, want to hang out with you when they're not in a relationship or their significant other is not available. I've had the opportunity to be many of people's placeholder, especially since I was in dissociation mode and I was not looking for relationship. And so I was the perfect person because, I had a lot of idle time. Well, I did have things that I wanted to do, but I was taught to put others' needs before my own. And so, of course, I would sit with these people, and 95% of the time, the engagement with them was horrible. They would be on their phone. They would not even be present because they were probably scrolling through dating apps or whatever it was that they were doing. And here I am, like, genuinely showing up, like, just like, oh, like, this is my friend of 20 years. This is my friend of 30 years. Like, let me be there for them because they broke up with their significant other or whatever. And the whole time they were just using me because they didn't want to be alone. Codependency is one hell of a drug. And it's crazy because, it's not that I haven't ever been in their shoes either. That's exactly how I know. And you can't use people as adult pacifiers when you really should be doing the work to be comfortable in your own skin and to have a even sort of a good intention towards the well-being and respect the time of others. But of course we can't expect everybody to be good players in this world of everybody doing their own thing because they've had different experiences. They're at different levels of awareness, et cetera, et cetera. But I know for me, like if I recognize that that's what's going on, baby, I'm taking my behind way out of there, okay? And right now, God's got me in a resting period because he always keeps his promises, always. So I'm like very like nice and snuggy. Like I probably like this is, I think I mentioned this before, but this is the first time around this time of year. My mom's birthday, rest in peace, Drusilla Williams. Love you with all of my heart. Her birthday is on the 8th. So of course I'm gonna rightfully celebrate her life because she was the vessel through which God brought me here. And I'm very grateful for the Lord. And I'm grateful for him sacrificing his only begotten son so that we would have a chance at salvation and so much more. Like being able to go through this process of sanctification is the very reason why I understand the importance of my time and everyone else's time and how that reflects in the way that I treat people, the patience that I've cultivated through the grace of the Lord, because I was a completely different person and I didn't do this all on my own. I didn't stop being addicted to things because it was through my own will. That would have been the fastest course to go back to those things. And I had tried that time and time again, and it did not work in my capacity. But you really have to experience that to know the difference. I can only say what my experience is. And so please, if you do nothing else, give yourself the gift of recognizing how valuable you are and what you have to offer and navigating from a lens of, is this person deserving access to me, or are they going to feed off of me so that they can go on somewhere else and use the energy that I invested in them someplace else? That's what a lot of these people do. I've seen it so many times. And then you're left scratching your head. You're hurt because now you feel like you've been used, but you don't have to continuously do that. And if you're currently in a pattern like that, it does get better. As long as you're willing to sit back, reflect, introspect, you will get out of that pattern. If you've heard nothing else, hear this. Holla walla. I'm a mess, you know this.